take it away, feeling too good to me. Chilling all day, all in your space is where I wanna be.
Hello my loves, and welcome back to Studio Solely Luna. My name is Ashlyn, if you haven't been here before, and I'm the creator of this online studio. And today I'm going to be taking you through 4 of my favorite burlesque splits. And the amazing thing about these splits is that you can definitely have a few tricks up your sleeve that allow you to get in and out of these splits without having to have the flexibility necessarily to do a side split or a middle split. You can kind of tweak it, make it work for your body, and still have that same sexy look of the splits that we want. So if you're ready, go ahead and grab some heels, grab some knee pads, and we will get down on the floor and do our first split. Alright my loves, the first split that we're going to learn is the most simple of all of the splits. And what we are going to do is lie down on our forearms. I'll kind of turn to the side so you can see how I am. So I'm on my forearms, but I'm not crunched like this. I'm really lifted up out of my chest and I'm pressing off of my forearms. We usually get into this by our legs being straight up in the air or kind of bent. Yes, can you see my face? Kind of bent. So usually we start like this or like this. I like to start like this. And you can go into the split 2 different ways. You can simply open the legs, just like this, and get into the split. So this is a very classic burlesque floor work move. Or you can turn your knees in, and as I turn my knees in, my ankles go out, and then I roll the feet out. Okay, so that's both options. And the main difference is it adds like a little bit of flair if you roll the knees and the ankles versus just going straight into it, but it's personal preference. So again, I hope this is the best angle that you can see. So my legs go up, I'm pointing my toes, never flexed feet, always pointed. My knees go in, and I'll kind of show you this from the front. See, my knees are kind of turning in, my ankles are turning out. I take the legs down and around, and then I bring it right back up. One more time. We twist the knees in, we scoop it out, open, and close. Or if you want to do the classic way, we open and close. Yes? Okay, one more time. I'm going to turn a little bit to the side. We have our legs up, toes are pointed, knees go in, ankles rotate out. We take those feet around and down. So it's kind of like when we do those burlesque swoops with our legs. It's the same motion. The legs are going out and click. Yes. Or just click. All right, my loves, one more time in this split. So our legs are up, knees and ankles turn in and out. We swoop, open, close. Yes, and it's very important that when we do open, that we're either looking intentionally to the front, our head drops back, or we are looking to the side. Definitely don't look surprised when your legs open. Have some intention in your face. That way it's like it's still very sexy and not like awkward. That's why we don't want that kind of crunched look with our neck, okay? So the next split that we have is our 90-degree side split. So what this looks like, I'm coming down onto my right forearm. My knees are in this like little clamshell position. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use this opposite hand to press down into the floor. I'm going to extend my top leg up and my bottom leg out. Yes. So as you can see, I'm in this like 90-degree angle. If I turn a little bit towards you, you can kind of see the direction of my legs. Again, toes are pointed, never flexed, pointed, and I'm propping myself up here. So how this looks, I would come into it by sliding down to the floor, and then both of my legs would extend at the same time. And you can either keep yourself propped up here, you can put one hand on the thigh, or you can put one hand between the thighs and then release. Okay, so do it with me a few times. So we extend up and down. Yes, so there's so many different variations to this. Sometimes I extend, I do a little click, and then I come up and out. Sometimes I extend one, and then I extend the other. It's really personal preference, but we'll keep it pretty basic today, and then you can play around with it. So one more time, extending the legs up, pull, close it together. Yes, perfect. So that is going to be your 90-degree angle sideline split. And as you're starting to see, these splits have really nothing to do with flexibility. It might feel a little bit better in your hips, of course, but even if you're not a flexible person, you can do these splits, which that's what I love about burlesque. It's really inclusive for the most part, so you can definitely work on the hip flexibility. I have some yoga videos here on YouTube, but I hope that they are feeling really good and you're able to get the splits in your body, even if you're not like a flexy person. So the next split that we have does require a little bit more flexibility. However, like I said, I have some tricks for you, okay? So this is just going to be our classic side split, okay? So what I like to do is I like to come into this move from an all-fours position, like a cat-cow position, and then I'm going to use this kind of movement with my body. I bring my front leg up, and I kind of push it out and let go. Yes, and when I do that, what I'm doing is I'm creating room. It's kind of like I'm coming into a pigeon in yoga, and then I'm extending my legs, okay? So I'm gonna do this a few times, and then if you don't feel super flexible and good in this, I'm gonna give you some options. So from here, I usually, again, come from all fours position. I'm going to lean forward. My foot is going to come from here, up, up, up. As you can see, I'm tracing a line with my toes, and I'm putting all of my weight into my hands. My hands are really supporting me. It's kind of like a little push-up, yeah? And then, especially it's great if you have knee pads as well. If not, it's gonna be harder to slide that back leg back. Knee pads or pants is really gonna help you do that. I'm sliding that back leg behind me, and then I'm releasing. All of my weight is on my hands, and I drop my head back, okay? I am not like in my full split. And it kind of looks like I am, maybe not so much from this angle, but I am in kind of like a triangle with my legs. So when someone is looking at you from this angle, even if your legs aren't super, super open, it still looks like they are. So essentially what I'm doing, I'm in this kind of triangle with my body. Yes, so if you saw my legs from where I see my legs, they look like this. They don't look like this, okay? And how I'm doing that is I'm using the support on my hands to allow myself to lean forward so that my legs can go in this kind of diagonal, okay? If I wanted to go right into my split, I would be like here. So you can see that it's like super awkward, okay? So I definitely like the look of maybe not as deep of a split, but a little bit more like relaxed into it. So you're in this triangle position and your legs are at an angle. So once again, I take that front leg forward, drag the toe, release the back leg, release the head, boom. Yes, and then usually I just bring that front leg back and bring my legs together. One more time just like that. I put all my weight into my hands, I bring that front foot forward, extend the back leg, drop the head, toes are pointed. Yes, and then bring it all the way back. Beautiful, so that is your side split. Again, figure out how to get into it in a way that feels good for you. Everyone's flexibility is different, but use that little trick. If you look at it from your view, as the person in the split, you will be able to tell if your legs can come in a little bit more to make it more comfortable for you. Okay, so just work on it and practice it. And our final split is actually going to be standing up. So let's make our way up off the floor. So our last split also uses this illusion of where we are facing to make it look like we're going into a middle split, but we actually aren't really, okay? So what's gonna happen is I am planting my hands down on the ground, so I will come from a move standing up off the floor. I will plant my hands down, and then from here what I'm doing is I'm pushing my feet out to the side, but essentially they're going kind of like this. They're going a little bit more back, okay? So I want you to watch one time. So I'm planting my hands down. I use my feet sliding, and also again this kind of connection from my palms to the floor. My head goes first. I push until I can't push anymore, and then I bring the legs behind me. So if you watch what happened to my legs, as soon as I got to my max, which is usually like right there, and I can't go any further. Then I push my legs behind me as I dive to the floor, okay? And all of these moves, you have to practice in order for it to look like really sexy and cute. The first few times you do them, it might feel really uncomfy, but just watch this video, do the moves with me over and over again. If you have a mirror or a phone you can set up, that will help you to kind of analyze your movements and practice and perfect. But for now, just do what you can. So again, it's the connection between your hands, allowing your feet to slide. If you're on carpet, it's gonna feel super uncomfy. So on hardwood floors, you're really gonna feel that slip. And then once your feet get to your max, you push them behind you. Okay, let's do it a few times together. And honestly, for these splits, some of the best things that you can do is like upper body work. So yoga, Pilates, that kind of thing to keep you really strong. That way you're able to use your arms to support you, okay? So, hands come down, booty up. We press down, again through our hands. Our head comes first. I'm sliding, sliding, sliding. Once I get to here, my toes are pointed. I drop, press the feet back. And then from here, I usually just bring my booty in and come back up into my next move. Okay, let's do that one more time, a little bit faster, because honestly, when momentum's on your side, it's a lot easier. So one more time, we're just gonna drop it down to the floor. Here we go, hands planked. We push it out, 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 legs go back, in, and up. Yes, amazing job. Thank you babes so much for watching this video and taking this class with me today. If you enjoyed it, give it a like below and make sure to subscribe to this channel. That way you never miss a class from Studio Slowly Luna. And also we have some really exciting new courses coming up, like my Burlesque 101 class and my Heels 101 class. Perfect for beginners and really taking your heels and your burlesque technique and performance to the next level. So click the link below in the description. It will take you to the Studio Slowly Luna store and you'll be able to see all of the classes and courses that I have right now for you. I love you babes to the moon and back, and I will see you in the next class.
Take it away, feeling too good to me.